Hello everybody, this is Jim Feist in Las Vegas. It's happy Wednesday morning and I'm joined by Hank Goldberg from Florida. Good morning, Hank.
How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing fine, thank you, and I'm looking forward to a big week. I'm looking forward to the U.S. Open start beginning. I'm wondering, can Phil Mickelson, at his age, he loves this place, he loves Shinnecock, can he bounce back from a not so good run lately and come in here and win this?
He hasn't been terrible lately. He finished last week at 4 under, and he's hitting the ball well. He's, who knows what those greens are going to be like, though. I remember the last time they played there, they had a huge investigation afterwards as to who messed up the greens there. They were unplayable, and they fired the guy who was the greenskeeper because the greens were so unreasonably fast. They were trying to water them down. Nothing worked. In fact, Shinnecock was very embarrassed by what happened there, and the scores were unreasonably high, and Phil won. So the odds dropped from 33 to 22 to 1 on him. I think I think Rory is going to play well there. He's a 22. I think Jason Ray will play well. He's a guy who's always overlooked and he always plays well. Those are guys you might want to look at. And of course, the top guy is coming off a good tournament last week. So it'll be an interesting tournament. A lot of great players out there.
There sure are.
Speed is saying that he's more confident in his putting right now. We'll have to wait and see on that.
Yep, you got Thomas. He's always he's solid. And you got somebody. It's going to be a good tournament. I love watching these big events. It's great entertainment, great TV.
Justify is going to be race again probably later this summer. He needs a long rest. He's playing in Kentucky right now. He'll stay there for a while. They'll ship him back to California. He'll be honored at Santa Anita with a little parade. And Washington they honored their hockey team, and San Francisco honored their basketball team. Neither of those teams are going to go to Washington to be honored by the president. They don't have any use for him. And so that's history. I don't think any teams are going to the White House anytime soon. World Cup gets started this week. I guess one of the teams fired their coach, and right before the game started, so I don't know what that means. I have no idea. And but that's going to attract a lot of attention, and then FIFA's meeting to award the games, and there are 3 cities in the United States are competing. I think that vote comes today. So, and Los Angeles and Miami and Texas, I believe, are the finalists. Maybe New Jersey, I'm not sure. But whatever.
Well, it's going to be an interesting week. Baseball is baseball. It's the long, hot summer.
Yeah, the Astros are hot right now.
They are.
And they're playing well. Arizona's bounced back a little bit.
They're hitting the ball.
And Chicago has a big advantage over Milwaukee. Although Milwaukee got a win against them a couple of days ago, but Chicago has beaten them like 9 out of the last 10 times they played.
Yeah, I know. They dominate them.
Yeah. The Mets have there are a lot of games this afternoon, and the Mets got their third baseman healthy, and he came through for him right away, Frazier. He's a nice player, that guy. He's a very good player. I'm surprised the Yankees let him get away. And Boston is slumping a little bit. I'll tell you a team that's pretty consistent, wins a lot of games, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they're not bad. I don't know much about the guy pitching today, Font, but they're a little home underdog against the Toronto and Happ. How about that?
Yeah, Toronto's up and down. I'll tell you, the Marlins have knocked off San Francisco 2 out of 3.
Marlins have been a bit of a surprise, and so have the Padres. You know, some of these teams that were down and out, and everybody thought they were down and out. Now look out for this.
Well, the Padres are good. The Padres have a lot of good pitching.
They do. They do. Sonny Gray's going today for the Yankees. He had a decent outing the last time out, and they need him to step up, or they're going to have to get themselves another starter.
They have to get another starter anyway. They've got 2 guys on the disabled list.
And maybe they'll go to Chicago and get this guy Covey, who's pretty. This guy can pitch. He's thrown some good outings. He's not somebody to be overlooked. Detroit, they've been. Detroit's been playing solid, but they lost.
For the season.
Yeah, that's a big loss. That's a big loss. Terrible.
Yeah.
I saw that. He swung and missed at a ball and tore his bicep, I guess. Pretty severe. Yep.
Yeah.
This is really getting interesting. Baseball season's always interesting in the summer. Of course, it's all you got. You know, thank goodness we have the.
And I was going to say it better be interesting because there's nothing going on otherwise right now.
Well, we do have one year out of 4 we do get the World Cup, so that helps.
Well, yeah, you know what? There's more interest in the OTAs right now in this country than there is in the World Cup.
That's true.
People are watching football practice to see who gets hurt, who looks good. I saw where they were saying that Tannehill had a good day yesterday. They watched him. They were talking about Cleveland. The competition in New York with the Jets quarterbacks is kind of interesting. Keep an eye on. And by the way, the Houston quarterback has come back strong from his injury, and they're going to be a big factor. It'll be interesting to see how strong Luck comes back. But they've really let Luck down. They never gave him real good support in the offensive line there, and they didn't give him great receivers. Here they went out and got a top quarterback coming out of Stanford. Never gave him support. The general manager did a lousy job.
I totally agree. I didn't like what the head coach or the general manager did. The ownership there is shaky anyway, with Irsay, and Luck really, he went to the wrong team when it comes down to the kind of support that he could have gotten elsewhere. But that's the luck of the draw. That's what happens. I'll give you a play right now. First,
I lay most of it on the general manager. They've made terrible decisions on players there, and the coach and I, they let go. Pretty good friends, and he's never got any support. Didn't do badly, actually, considering the team that he had. And then, losing his quarterback for 2 years.
Right. You mentioned Houston, Watson coming back strong. That looks like a pretty good team to me. I think they can be. They can be dangerous.
They're very good with their quarterback, LP.
Now, it's pretty early to step out and go crazy on something like this, but the first week of the season, they go to New England to play New England. New England's a 6.5 or 7 point favorite in that game.
I got to tell you something. New England is going to be hurting early. You know, they've lost. They gave away a couple of their top receivers, and the third one is now going to be sitting for the first 4 weeks. So.
Well, we're on the same page. I would.
I'm sorry. Just one more point. And they lost the left tackle.
That's huge. That's huge.
They got a lot of replacements on offense.
That is huge, Hank. I'm going to take the 7. Just hope that nobody gets hurt on my side. But I think taking 7 there in that spot, Houston, of course, will be cranked up for that game. Everybody is the first week, but going to New England and playing in that game on September 9th, that's I like that spot. I like taking 7 there.
I agree.
But it's we got a couple months before football's here. But it's kind of exciting talking about it. The NFC. There's 2 divisions in the NFC that I really like: the NFC South and the NFC North. I think they're the strongest divisions in the NFC, and you got the Packers and Detroit, and the Lions are there, and of course you got the Vikings and the Bears.
Forgot the NFC East. The NFC East is loaded. The Giants. I think they made some tremendous strides in their coaching staff. I like Schumer and Mike Shula is going to work with the offense, and they've made some improvements in their offensive line, big improvements. And they really, if Eli has anything left, they've given him some, the top draft pick. They're going to be a different team this year.
Yeah, that I look at that division, and from top to bottom in that division, I don't like it. I like Philadelphia. I think the Giants are improved. Dallas is okay. But when I look at the NFC North and the NFC South, I see strength from top to bottom. I mean, the Bears are going to be much better. The Lions, if they can add a little bit of running game, and I think they've tried to do that, they have a decent quarterback. You got the Vikings, who were right there last year. You got Aaron Rodgers is back with the Packers. That's strong. And you go down to the South, you've got Carolina, you've got New Orleans, and you've got Atlanta. I mean, they're known and known products there. And then of course you got Tampa. There's always a question mark, but they do have at least a quarterback that could be solid if he stops messing up with the turnovers. But so when I look at those 2 divisions, to me, from top to bottom, they look stronger than the East. However,
I disagree.
You disagree.
I'll tell you something. I'll make a case for the East because you've got the defending champions coming back. They're going to be good again. You've got the Giants. I think they're going to be vastly improved. Like I said, the coaching staff, they got a real coach, and they've got tremendous improvement on offense. They've got a running back who's going to make a big difference. He could be the best guy coming out this year, and I think Washington, is going to be very good this year too. Washington's got Smith now, quarterback. They're going to be an interesting team to watch, and Dallas. I don't think there's a bad team in the bunch.
Well, that's going to be interesting. And then I guess what we're saying then is that the NFC, period, overall, is a very strong conference when you compare it to the AFC.
Yep. Dallas is going to be strong defensively, and I think the quarterback is pretty good. I don't think they're going to miss Des Bryant, I think they'll make a couple of changes between now and the beginning of the season. I think I don't think there's a weak team in that division. That's going to be a good race.
I'm getting excited thinking about the football season. It's going to be fun. Hey, you going to get in the contests out here again this year?
Absolutely.
That'll be fun.
I'll be back in the Review Journal too.
Well, yeah, you killed it. You killed it in the contest too until the last week.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks I went sour in the contest.
When you get out here,
I'll be on site this year. I'll be more dangerous.
Yeah, there's a couple other contests we should talk about because there's some other options as well that we should talk about when you get out here. We'll sit down and have lunch and talk about it. There's a few other things going on here this year that weren't there last year, but that's all fun. There's any.
I'll tell you something that's interesting. With by the way, tomorrow they start taking bets in New Jersey, but a lot of these a lot of people who are getting into the sports betting business. One of the ones that was in the thought they could make it in the sports betting business. Some of the pari-mutuel companies are not happy with them, and so they're looking around for to see if they can make some changes before they open. FanDuel, for example, is not ready for that, from what I understand. People who are going to use them may be looking for replacements. Look for that to happen.
I would expect that there will be some changes. I would expect, too, that Las Vegas, some of the people that work in the industry out here are going to probably be courted to help some of these states bring up their product.
Absolutely. It's happening. Some of the people who work out there are being hotly sought after by a lot of the tribes and a lot of the people who are entering into the football betting business or just the overall sports betting business from state to state. It's wide open right now, and it's going to be a big competition to see who lands a lot of those clients.
I'm sure the people out here get some nice paychecks and have an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, whoever wrote that Las Vegas was going to be suffering with the expansion of this had no idea what they were talking about. It's more fake news.
Well, I guess you said before that Washington and in hockey and Golden State they're not going to the White House, but I was a little surprised that Washington's not. I mean, they're right there, but that's
I don't know about Washington, but I know Golden State's not going.
Yeah, I knew that too, but yeah, that's a little would be surprising if Washington didn't. So they're right there. Anything else you want to go over? You already have the winner. You know the winner of the World Cup yet?
Guys, like my friend Jim Mandich used to say on his talk show, call somebody else.
Well, that's a good one. All right, Hank. Well, thank you very much for today. Our selections and such are up at jimfleisch.com. And we're going to be talking a lot of football going forward because a lot of analysis on that. I'll be doing some write-ups and blogs on those things with Hank. And Hank, when you get out here, we'll talk about the football season and some of these contests that are here. We might want to do some of them.
Okay, great.
All right, buddy. Have a good day.
You too, Jim. Thanks.
Thank you.